With training camp starting, obviously it's going to be some competitions that's getting ready to arise. It's one that I'm definitely keeping my eye on the Measure Kool-Aid report, and it's with Anthony Brown and Kelvin Joseph. Because obviously earlier this week, we talked about on the Measure Kool-Aid report how Kelvin Joseph is having better than a good day like Ice Cube. He having a fantastic week. So check that out if you haven't checked that out. I'm not going to get into the details of that because I got another different take on it, because there's a lot of good things happening for Kelvin Joseph. Obviously, we talked about, like I said before, him being this week cleared of all charges. But the other thing, obviously, I talked about in that video, he was ranked to be one of the breakout players. And that's epic. But then we got to ask, how's that going to happen? Because the other side of that is Anthony Brown. And I don't think Anthony Brown go just give that up. Just to be honest, because Al Harris is doing a great job of coaching both of those guys. And I always say on this channel, you judge a coach by the group, but you judge a player as an individual. And the group itself is performing well, so the competition in training camp go be fierce. And then my question is, ESPN, how is he gonna break out with the way that Anthony Brown is playing? Because, obviously Anthony Brown, deservingly so, was a fan unfavorite. Like a lot of us, and I would say I was the captain of it, didn't want Anthony Brown, and we've been waiting a while for him to come around. But we also have to be humble enough to say, when he's turned the corner and is an asset, then we have to also give him credit for that, and also want him to continue as he is, which I would say he's doing. So PFF came out and said that Anthony Brown is top 10. Well, y'all already know what I think of PFF, so I kind of take that with a grain of salt, because they have a lot of questionable grades. But Next Gen came out and said that Anthony Brown was top 10. I started listening then, because Next Gen, to me, you might like who you like, but Next Gen to me is more measured. They're my type of Kool-Aid. They're going to measure the ingredients. They're going to put the right amount of sugar in there, and they're going to get a proper analysis. I trust Next Gen more than I trust any third-party grading source. That's just me. So Next Gen had Anthony Brown top 10. More than that, no, 6. And they measured it. See, this is the key. It's the measurements. See, I go to Next Gen when I'm trying to see average separations on receivers, when I'm trying to see the key data that let me know when guys are winning or losing, especially in the secondary. But this is crazy. They measured this. Listen to the measurements. The key measurements to me. When targeted, the passing rating of quarterbacks is only 75.8. The average separation at Anthony Brown was only 2.6 yards per target. Only 2.6 yards per target. He's leaving no room for quarterbacks. That's the smallest window it can be. So let me give you an example how good that is. Do y'all remember when our receiving core was graded the worst in 2018 before we acquired Amari Cooper? Yeah, the average separation was 2.6 for the whole group. So just think about how hard it was for Dak to throw to that type of receiver that couldn't get separation, but then flip it in your mind and say Anthony Brown is doing that when he's covering guys, that the average separation is only 2.6 yards. So, and this is the key. This is the key. He was targeted the most on the team. Like, he had 117 targets at him. 117. So let's put that in perspective. He had more balls thrown at him than Amari Cooper. Ooh, that's sad and good at the same time. But think about that. He had more targets than Amari Cooper. That's an indictment. I'm not going to even get started on that. That's a whole different subject. But still paint the picture. Anthony Brown versus Kelvin Joseph, it's going to be interesting, because if Kelvin Joseph is going to be this breakout player like he's assumed to be, my question that I'm be looking for in training camp is, how's that going to happen? Like, how is that going to play out? Are we going to see Kelvin Joseph? This is what I'm going to be asking for my guys that's out there. Are we seeing Kelvin Joseph play on the outside more? Or are they playing him on the inside? Where is this breakout going to come from? Are they playing Anthony Brown on the outside more and Kelvin Joseph's on the inside more? I'm going to be paying attention and I'm going to be listening for in training camp where are the guys and where are the corners getting the reps? Because where they're getting the reps is going to tell me if there's a potential even for a breakout. Because the way Anthony Brown is playing, how is Kelvin Joseph going to break out unless he's going to have to unseat Jordan Lewis? So it's so many different, because I'm trying to figure out where this breakout is coming from. And it's going to have to come from him taking something. But that's a good thing when you have a guy that was graded in the second round with first round potential, Kelvin Joseph's, fighting for a job. Those are good problems, but that's something I'm going to be definitely listening for in this training camp, especially with this Measure Kool-Aid edition. So y'all stay up. We're going to continue to give you this type of content at the Measure Kool-Aid Report. And, we're going to be doing some more videos that's going to come out today as well. So y'all just keep an eye out for Boss Cowboy Sports as we release videos like this to make sure we keep y'all informed. Keep y'all on the lookout for some of the quality battles that's going to be breaking out in training camp. And then the clues to give you the Measure Kool-Aid to likely how things could break out. So y'all stay up with Boss Cowboy Sports.